YouTube? What's going on? Simple Sounds here, bringing you Let's Talk Episode 1. If you remember from last week, about I think it was 6 days ago now, that I made a Let's Talk update video, and that was technically Episode 1, but I called it Episode 0 because I really wasn't talking about much. I was just introducing the series and giving you updates and yada yada yada. But yeah. This episode, as you can see on the screen right now, is going to be about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'm basically going to be giving my thoughts about it, and then yeah, so really that what you're seeing on the screen right now is just the cover art for the, I guess, and yeah, so let's see here. If you don't know already, these are going to be Hoenn remakes, or Hoenn quote-unquote remakes. The way I'm looking at it right now is that it's going to be kind of like how Heart Gold and Soul Silver were to Silver, Gold, and Crystal, where it's going to be basically all new, but still be considered remakes. And I say that because there's going to be megas in this. There's going to be this thing called de-evolution with Kyogre and Groudon. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, actually. And then there's going to be fairy Pokemon, I presume. So really, you can't exactly call them remakes, because it's like, Hoenn still exists, but I don't know, like, I don't know exactly how to explain what I'm thinking. It's more like, I don't know, it's a remake, but it's not, because all the new stuff. It's just so new that it can barely be considered a remake now. It's basically, it's a whole new game. But that's the progression of Pokemon, so, I don't know. And who knows, maybe we won't see Megas until, after a game, like after you beat the Elite Four and whatnot. You won't see the Mega Stones or anything like that. But let's see here. As for onto the Mega stuff, there is the whole Mega Swampert and Sceptile releases, as well as Mega Diancie, which means we're going to get the Mega Stone in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is going to be interesting. And apparently Diancie's going to be released sometime in the next couple months for X and Y. That's what I've heard. I don't know exactly. I could be wrong. And yeah. Let's see, what else? Also, Sableye got a Mega, which is pretty cool. It's like hiding behind a gemstone. And yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool to have as Pokemon. Basically, it starts out with Prankster. You Mega Evolve while using Will-O-Wisp, you burn your opponent, and then you become Mega Sceptile, or Mega Sableye, because you Mega Evolved. And since Mega Evolutions keep the speed, like the whole turn order, I guess you could say, and whatnot, you'd burn the opponent before they can move. So, as to what Mega Sableye's ability is going to be, that's going to be interesting. Like, I've heard speculation that's going to be something like Aegislashes because of that giant gem, and that'll come out and be at like a defensive form or something. That would be quite interesting, actually, because that'd make Sableye a very viable defensive and offensive wall. Or, wait, not offensive wall. Defensive wall and an offensive threat like Aegislash is. I mean, you could do so much of that. But we're gonna have to wait a while, I guess, for that stuff. My guess is it would probably keep its dark and ghost typing. I don't know if they would do something different with that. Let's see, what other Megas have been released? I don't think any other Megas have actually been released. Sceptile is a grass dragon with lightning rod, so it won't get paralyzed. That's like the only good thing about it. And it'll be like a special attack boost and, you know, whatnot. Then Swampert looks like a guy on steroids or something and got Swift Swim, which is gonna be interesting, I guess. But I don't know, really. Like, it just doesn't seem like the whole Swift Swim type. A lot of people were hoping for Sap Zipper, which is what I was hoping for too, but you know. Apparently, there's been a lot of speculation as to Mega Mightyena, Mega Metagross, Sharpedo, Camerupt, and I think that's all that I've heard speculations on. I think those would actually be pretty cool, but we'll have to wait and find out for the next couple months. It does come out November 21st, so that's quite a ways away. So there's a lot of time for a whole bunch of news to come out. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see, right? Let's see, what else should I talk about with this? I'm actually getting Alpha Sapphire because I personally like Alpha and Sapphire, Blue, and all that stuff. So I just kind of wanted to go with that instead of Omega Ruby. At least for now. I'll probably end up getting both eventually. So yeah. Oh, one thing that I did want to talk about is how are we gonna get Mega Stones like from these two games over to the other, like X and Y? Is there gonna be like a patch, or are they gonna do something with Pokebank to where items will be allowed, or what? Because I mean, that's a really big issue. Or are we gonna have to like trade to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or what? Because I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see, because that is one big issue that's been on my mind. I really want to know how we're gonna get Mega Stones between the games, so we can like make awesome teams or whatnot. Let's see here. That was a big issue with me. Also, Steven Stone's coming back, which is great. Apparently, he's seen with like a Mega Charizard X, which is a little odd for Steven. I don't know. It's like I don't really see that. Like, I could see Mega Metagross with him or Mega Aggron, but Mega Charizard X? It's really weird. Who knows though? If you haven't seen the sprites already, I would pull them up, but I don't feel like it right now. But if you haven't, those are pretty cool. Apparently Team Aqua is like black, which I can see it actually, because they're all about water and a lot of surfers get tans, so I can see that. And like Team Magma being on land and like having ground Pokemon and being underground and whatnot, they wouldn't get as tan, so they'd be white, or you get what I'm saying, I hope. But I thought that was interesting that they put that in there. I can't wait to take on Team Aqua, because I always found it fun. I will probably be starting off with Trico like I always did back in the days. I always start with the grass Pokemon for some reason, except in the second generation where we started off with Totodile, because I liked Totodile and thought it was awesome. And yeah, what else should I talk about in this? I really don't think I have much else to talk about, really. I don't know, like, how this whole thing's gonna work. Like, the de-evolution for Groudon and Kyogre, is that like Mega Evolution, or what? Is it gonna be a separate... Is it gonna be following the same rules as Mega Evolution? Or what? I mean, that's just like a really big question mark. So many answers that we've gotten, yet we're left with so many questions still. I believe Groudon becomes Fire Ground. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it is, and Kyogre just stays Water. When it becomes Primal, that's what it's actually called, not becomes Primal, Groudon, Primal, Kyogre. Does that mean we're going to get more de-evolutions? I don't know. I really want to know, but they're not. They probably won't give us too many answers for a while. I've also heard rumors that the secret bases are coming back, and if they didn't come back, that would suck because that's like a big part of the third generation games, right? But yeah, I don't know. If that didn't come back, I'd probably be sad. And also, the Battle Frontier should come back, or at least the Battle Tower. If that didn't come back, that would suck as well. And yeah. And I think the final thing that I should talk about with this is the trademark of Delta Emerald. And if I believe it will be made, I personally do not believe it's going to be made because I mean, they really don't need to, honestly. Even though they have the trademark, they probably won't make it because, I mean, look at other trademarks. Pokemon Gray didn't get made. Pokemon Water Blue, I believe it was called, they didn't get made. I think that's actually it for that I've heard of. There might have been one for 4th Gen Crystal, but I don't know. That's really all that I can think of to talk about for this. You can leave me your thoughts, honestly. Just give me your thoughts on anything that you heard or that didn't hear. I may have missed some stuff on it, and yeah, that's basically this week's Let's Talk. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about this, leave them down below. If you have any suggestions for next one, leave it down below. And if you want to make me a layout or something for this, instead of me finding like a picture and putting it up, let me know, because I really want one. And yeah. But yeah, I think I'm up to 37 subscribers, so I hope you guys are enjoying my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.